Mother slapped with cruelty charge after 8-year-old son perishes in Westmoreland fire. The Westmoreland police have laid charges against 29-year-old Sharon McDonald for cruelty to a child following the death of her 8-year-old son who perished in a fire last weekend. The incident happened after 11 p.m. at the Top Lincoln Greenhill residence. McDonald was charged following a witness statement. Reports from the police are that McDonald, the mother of Jimmy Richardson, left him unattended in a one-bedroom concrete and wooden structure house. Citizens in the community then reportedly saw fire coming from the house and heard the boy calling out for his mother. The residents rushed to his assistance. However, the fire is said to have quickly engulfed the house, taunting them from helping. Reporters understand that the police and Savannah Lamar Fire Department were alerted. During the cooling down operations, firemen reported they found the charred remains of Peggy Barnes' primary school student in the back section of the house. The house was destroyed along with its content. The value of the damage has not yet been determined. 27-year-old shop operator charged with murder. A 27-year-old shop operator has been arrested and charged in relation to the shooting death of 38-year-old Clinton Taylor, otherwise called Parry, of Princess Street. According to the police, officers were on patrol in the area on Monday, February 12, when explosions were heard. Checks were made and Taylor was seen lying on the sidewalk with gunshot wounds to the head. He was taken to the hospital. Arnold Lewis Harris, otherwise called Nandi, also of Princess Street, was later arrested and charged by the police following an operation. Lewis Harris was subsequently charged with murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and use of a firearm to commit a felony. His court date is being finalized. Indecom probes wounding of police trainee by colleagues at Yales Police Station. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indecom is probing the wounding of a constable from the National Police Academy at the Yales Police Station in St. Thomas on Saturday. Speaking to reporters, Indecom Commissioner Hugh Faulkner said initial reports reveal that the incident happened when a police trainee was reportedly clearing a firearm when it discharged and hit a colleague. Mr. McFarlane sought to clarify the reports are preliminary and are not final until the investigation is concluded.
Arising from an incident in the early afternoon of Saturday, May 4, 2024, at the Yales Police Station in St. Thomas, Indecom deployed a senior investigator and a crime scene examiner to carry out investigation on a reported matter. Early reports suggest that a constable of the National Police Academy attached to the St. Thomas Division and in training was reportedly clearing a firearm when one round was discharged. It is further reported that another constable suffered injuries to his back as a result of the discharge. The injured officer was taken for medical treatment.
Driver suffers damage to car after hitting crocodile on Portmore Toll Road. A motorist on Saturday night suffered damage to his car along the Portmore Toll Road in St. Catherine after hitting a crocodile that crawled into his path. The police say the driver did not complain about any physical injuries. The incident is being probed. It is reported that the driver was traveling westerly along the roadway when the crocodile crawled onto the road. The driver hit the reptile and lost control of the vehicle, which ran onto the soft shoulder. The car sustained damage. The police were called to the scene. Adam Stewart plays with support at Jill Stewart Mobile City Run. Adam Stewart, business mogul and husband of Jill Stewart, the patron of the Jill Stewart Montego Bay City Run, said he was pleased with the support of the event on Sunday morning. Stewart, along with family members and staff, was part of the group which took into the streets of Montego Bay in support of the charity event. This is what she loved, health and wellness, and taking care of yourself, and people coming together. She would love this. I feel amazingly proud, he told reporters. It's amazing to see the turnout, people from way beyond Montego Bay coming to represent for the beautiful city of Montego Bay, he added. The event, which is done to raise funds for educational support for students from the Western City, is something that Stuart also greatly appreciates. My wife was an educator, she was a teacher, and so the greatest thing you can do is to give back, and to give the reward and to support education in Jamaica is everything to us. So we are super grateful for the amazing turnout, he stated. Collymore and I talk about business and girls, not murder. The man accused of being contracted to kill Simone Campbell Collymore testified on Thursday that he and the slain woman's husband, Omar Collymore, who is one of the 3 men on trial for the January 2nd, 2018 murder, spoke to each other every day on the phone only about business, girls, and parties. Additionally, Michael Adams told the court that the only time he had gone to Collymore's house was when I took a plumber there. Adams, Collymore, Shaquille Edwards, and Dwayne Pink are on trial in the Home Circuit Court, downtown Kingston, for the murder of Collymore's wife and taxi operator Winston Walters. Both were killed outside the main gate of First Ridge apartment complex where Campbell Collymore lived. They were shot dead just before 4 p.m. by 2 men who were traveling on motorcycles. It is alleged that Collymore contracted Adams to get a hitman to take out his wife, while Edwards and Pink are said to be part of the conspiracy to have the woman killed. Adams, in an unsworn statement in court, said he and Collymore were business associates and therefore had good reasons to communicate with each other, even at odd hours of the night or morning from December 16, 2017 to January 2, 2018. He insisted that he and the other men never spoke about murdering anyone at any point in time. The calls between me and Mr. Collymore, they were in early morning, would be talking about business, life, girls, and parties. I know he was married, but girls are girls and men are men. We are typically human, Adams said, adding that the men are not perfect and tend to cheat sometimes. Me and the other men never spoke about any sort of killing or murder. I do not know any of the accused as no killer. I know Mr. Pink conducts business on the same lane where my grandmother lives and where I live also. He sells tobacco by the pound, and sometimes I would make a link for him to see if anybody needed tobacco to buy. I would introduce new people to his business as well. We talk about a lot of things but no killing, Adams testified. He said that he knew one of the alleged shooters in the double murder, a man by the name of Jim, who is now deceased. But Adams denied knowing the other 2 shooters with Blackwood. Blackwood, who pleaded guilty to the double murder, received a reduction in his prison sentence in return for giving evidence against Collymore, Adams, and the others. Me and Mr. Blackwood never spoke, and Mr. Blackwood knows nothing about me. Me and Mr. Blackwood are not in any gang in the Brook Valley area. Me and Mr. Blackwood never had any conversation, but me and Jim had conversations based on our relation and my business, Adams stated. He then went on to explain what he had meant in text messages between him and Jim in reference to a request for him to send Jim to the license plate numbers on specific vehicles to downtown Kingston. In Mr. Blackwood's statement, he said that I had a meeting with Jim and him, accompanied by Mr. Pink. I never went to Brook Valley that day when he said I had a meeting with Mr. Jim about contract killing. Me and Mr. Blackwood never had any conversations of the sort. He stated that he knew me over a period of 10 years. I did not know Mr. Blackwood until the day I went into custody on January 2, 2018. I was conducting business in the downtown area. In the text messages between me and Jim, he asked me for a favor to see if 2 cars were in a lane. I saw the cars and texted him 2 license plate numbers. I did not know his intentions or what he was about to do. Me and Mr. Jim's business was not to conduct any killing or murder, Adams insisted. He also sought to explain what was meant in the text message between him and Collymore, in which the description of the vehicle was given and in which there was a level of urgency to accomplish something. It was also revealed in court that Adams went to pay Collymore's wife a visit at church in Duane Park on one occasion. I went to the church at Duane Park to give her the damaged goods. On my way to Duane Park, my phone died. I went to New Haven, where I knew Mr. Edwards lived, to let him know that I needed a call. I borrowed his phone and contacted Mr. Collymore for Mr. Edwards' phone. On December 31, 2017, Mr. Collymore gave me a hoverboard after I asked him for it. I had battery problems and needed to be fixed. It was no down payment for any contract of any killing, Adams told the court. Adams also claimed that while in police custody, he was physically abused by cops who pressured him to sign certain documents without his attorney present. The day I turned myself into the Constant Spring police station, they carried me to a search room of the premises on the 29th of January. While at the Central Police Station, I indicated to the policeman that I needed my lawyer before I speak or answer to anything. He turned to me and said, I don't need any lawyer because me and my friend them go kill the people them up at Red Hills. They went on bad with me. Them all cut me 2 bucks. Them asked me who was my lawyer and I told them. When my lawyer came, I told him I would fight the case because I did not know anything about the murder Adams stated. On Wednesday, Omar Collymore from the witness box gave the 7-member jury similar reasons why he and Adams would have communicated frequently from December to January. However, he never mentioned having any conversation with Adams about parties and girls. Facing cross-examination from prosecutor Andrea Martin Swaby on Wednesday, Collymore said there was nothing strange about the frequency of the calls to him from Mr. Adams and the time those calls were made. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.